Right, me. I was gonna do the intro. I was waiting for you. Welcome to Detour, everybody. Little miscommunication on my part. I apologize. Welcome to Detour Ahead, everybody. The podcast where we're probably not going to get to the topic at hand. I am your host.
There even is a topic at hand.
And with me today is my co-host Riely. How you doing, Riely?
Hey everybody, it's me. I'm here again for the 42nd time. Alex is only here for the 41st time. I would like to remind you of that.
What are you here for? 42nd?
Yes, this is episode 42.
Episode 42, nearing that 1 year at 52.
That would be true if we had gone weekly the whole time.
Anyway, welcome to Detour Ahead, everybody. Hope everybody is doing great. Wonderful.
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 This is going to be one of those episodes. So I think you need to strap yourselves in now. You need to be ready
no.
subpar.
See?
Oh, you have a thing. You have a bit.
I do have a bit.
Okay, you do have a thing. Okay, tell me.
Got a voicemail.
What?
I really hope this works. I really hope this works. All right.
Okay, how are you doing this? How are you going to play this?
Hold on. Oh, no. I have
because
a soundboard.
If you're doing it stupidly, no, because that's not going to come through right. What you need to do is take the sound that you have, make a SoundCloud account with your Google account, which will take a second, and upload it to SoundCloud, and then I'll get a music bot in here. That's what needs to happen.
Oh my god. Do I have the original audio then? Hold on, because I cut it up for the Discord soundboard.
What do you mean you cut? What do you mean you cut it up for the Discord? The Discord soundboard doesn't even work on the podcast at all. I thought you were talking about voice mod.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
What?
Yes.
All right. Well, do you want to restart this so I can do my fucking bit?
I guess. I mean,
or we could just be quiet. I don't know. It's up to you. If you want to.
Yeah, okay. Listeners, we're gonna mute ourselves right now, and it's gonna be no time for you, and it's gonna be probably 30 hours for us as Alex tries to figure this shit out. Yeah, and Alex, only communicate with me via text as we figure this out.
All right.
Flash time.
We're gonna pause the podcast for a second.
And we're back.
And we're back, everybody, after a little technical difficulties because I don't know how to do shit on a podcast.
Yeah, it was not. I didn't realize you had set this up so shittily. This is why it's hard for you to keep bits of surprise, because I have to help make them work.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't know what the bit is. You just know it's an audio track. That's all.
That's true. That's all I know. It's
an audio track. It's a voicemail. We got a voicemail, everybody. All right, so I'm gonna play the voicemail. All right. Let me cue it up here.
Here we go. Colo Chew, hi. What's the show called Detour Ahead that I'm hearing so much about? Colo Chew, I don't like you. Because you killed our podcast. That was the bit.
That was the little bit. We had Pegasus left us a voicemail.
Yeah, that was Pegasus the gamer. Yeah. I remember that guy.
That's the whole bit. Just let me cook.
Okay. Get out of here, jockey music. Thank you for your service.
Pegasus the gamer left us a voicemail.
Yeah, that was our old buddy Pegasus the gamer. You may remember that him and Alex shared the podcast screen on a show called Peg and Colo Are Bored. A show which, if I've heard the rumors correctly, which of course I wasn't involved in this at all, I was simply a third party being told about it through Pegasus's recountings. But I believe you killed that podcast in cold blood. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. I feel like I'm in court.
I remember actually because Pegasus called me on the phone and he cried for 8 hours straight. Wow,
that's crazy.
I know it's a long time. You think eventually the tears would dry up, but it sounded pretty wet the whole time.
Look, I've been cooking this bit up. I learned how to edit. All right, give me a minute. No,
that was a good job. I'm proud of you for that. A good bit.
It was a good bit. We got a voicemail.
Then also, I hope you guys. Nah, can I say that? Can I? Hypothetically, if that were me doing an impression, which it isn't, you can hear the best I can manage to get that old voice out is to just like try to snark up and like talk like a girl. Is the best I can do to reproduce what Pegasus the Gamer sounds like.
Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast, everybody knows that Riely is Pegasus the. All right,
That's
it's a
not
funny.
true. We're different people.
It's a
Pegasus the
funny
Gamer is
bit.
my
It's a
close
funny bit.
personal
Don't
friend.
analyze my little voicemail that I cooked up. All right.
I'm not. That was
It took
Pegasus the
it took
Gamer.
so long. You know how I let? Okay, during the death stream, right?
That's my show on YouTube, the Death Stream live show. We brought it back after 10-month hiatus recently. Check it out on the
Yes.
Riely and Friends YouTube channel.
During the death stream, when I said, "Hold on, let me go," excuse me, let me go cook something up real quick, and I left. I went to the live channel, recorded the whole bit, and cut it down into little sections so it sounded like a voicemail.
That's really funny. I like
I
that a
was gonna do
lot.
the whole thing, but everybody was talking too much, so there was a lot that I had to cut out.
I wish I had said, Alex, go fuck yourself, so you could have put that at the end.
But yeah, it's my funny little bit. It's great. I love it. I'm proud of myself.
Good
But
job.
yeah, that's it. That's all I planned. Thank you everybody so much for listening to Detour Ahead.
Yep,
I've
that's
been
it. That's the episode, 5 minutes long. A
Right.
wise, sneaky Greek man once had a show called the 5 Minute Podcast, and we're literally going to do a 5 minute podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Anyway, so what's going on in your life, Riely? We haven't had a little life update in a while.
We have one every week.
We haven't had a life update in a while. What's going on in the world of Riely? Anything new? What are you looking forward to? What are you doing?
I mean, not a lot. I guess
Platonic
I'm
boyfriend
looking.
back?
My boyfriend is back. My platonic boyfriend is back. We went to Chili's as we often do this past Tuesday. It was a good time, and I discovered something horrid, which I can't
What?
say. I can't say it. This is a preview. I can't say it. The video is either already out or it's coming out, and I'm not sure which. So I don't want to spoil it here. But while I was at Chili's, I discovered that I've been wrong about something my entire life. That's the preview. If you want to see what I was wrong about, you have to go to the Riely and Friends YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@RielyandFriends, because you can't put an ampersand in the URL.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I had a
Anyway,
life-changing experience at Chili's, and you'll all hear what it is on my epic YouTube video that I have now put it out in the world that I'm working on that, and I expect to finish it tomorrow as of this recording, which is Sunday. Now I've put that out in the world, so I will be more obligated to actually do it.
that is fair. That is fair. Um, as you guys have heard with our first voicemail of the podcast, I have been learning how to edit audio and video.
Should we? Not that anybody would use it, because the Issue Crew has one, and we've only gotten one voicemail in 43 episodes. But should we set up a voicemail for this show?
Do you want to just? I don't care. Do you want to set up a voicemail? You can set up a voicemail.
I
I'm
mean, it
sure.
would be
I'm
easier if you.
sure I can pull some sneaky Russian shit over here and get at least one voicemail a week, if not every other week.
Well, yeah, you can do sneaky Russian editing, sure, but in terms of real
Not even just
voicemail,
editing, literally just being like, look, here's $5. Call this number and say whatever the fuck you want, and just get
say
voicemails every
something
week.
funny. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's actually, I don't know if I can set up another number because I've used my phone number for so many numbers. But you can set up a phone number that is separate from your own via Google Voice. And I can teach you how to do that, and we can set up a voicemail line for this show.
Yeah, and then you export it to SoundCloud, right?
Yeah. If we get a voicemail, you can download it as an audio file and then upload it to SoundCloud so you can play it on the show.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that later. I'm sure I can get some funny bits going on. But as you know, I have been learning to edit. This is to be announced or to be seen, I guess. I don't know
It's
what
been
video I'm. I don't know
If
what
you're
video it's
talking
gonna
about
make
it,
it
then it's
say me
being
want.
announced. But
Huh?
if you're talking about it, then it's being announced. So it would be
This
to be
is to
seen.
be
Yeah.
shown, to be determined when it's gonna be released. I don't know. I want a good video for it to start on. And then every video after that. I have created an outro for the YouTube channel.
Whoa.
Hence where my editing abilities have come from. I got bored one day and was like, well, let's go look for some free editing software, stuff that won't put a fucking watermark on my videos after I'm done editing. And yeah, I've been editing. I don't have anything in my backlog. I don't have any videos. By the way, Riely, hint hint, nudge nudge.
Maybe we'll see if I'm still awake by the time this podcast concludes.
But
I
yeah,
don't mean I'm gonna fall asleep on the podcast, FYI. I mean I'm gonna get sleepy. I'm not. I won't fall asleep on this show. I'm determined. I've fallen asleep on, I think, maybe every other show I do, besides Megasword Radio, because it's so new that it hasn't happened yet. But I'm pretty sure every other show I do, I've fallen asleep on at least once.
let's see. You've almost made it a year without falling asleep on Detour Ahead.
Yep, there's yet to be a sleep on Detour Ahead. Which is fortunate, because when it's just the two of us, there's no recovering from that. There's no... You can't proceed.
No, like I can't just go and talk to the guest and let you sleep. Because
Well,
if
no,
there's
if
a
we had a
guest, you're not
guest,
going
you
to
could
fall
talk to the
asleep
guest and let
anyway.
you sleep. If nightmare scenario occurred and my brain failed on me while we had a guest here, that would be fine because you have a guest. But if it was just me and you, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm sure I could just go and screw the podcast over and go download a PDF of a famous book called My Struggle and just start
Is
reading.
is that
It'll
the
become an
language of
audiobook.
origin?
It'll just become an audiobook podcast. You're gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just be
Hey,
speaking
Detour Head
German and
got
you're gonna be
banned
like,
from Spotify.
I think you could get banned from Spotify like that though.
Maybe if you read My Struggle word for word.
I mean,
I
I
don't
could go.
know.
What's the other book?
I know of at least one podcast that has been banned from Spotify, so it's happened.
I mean, there's
R.I.P.
also a certain manifesto that I could possibly read as well.
Oh well, no, that one's based. They think that one's cool. I think. If you're talking about the one I think you're talking about,
The Communist Manifesto.
yeah, they like that one. I think now.
I mean, I could also go become a Bible cast and just start reading pages from the Bible.
I'm legitimately trying to convince Kathy to do a Bible audiobook. I think it would be really funny.
Why would that be funny?
I don't know, because Kathy's such a big Bible thumper, and I really want to hear her like super pedantically read the Bible as there's like shitty
So
background
conscious.
music and
Oh my god.
like fucking hymns and haws from like the Halo soundtrack and the Death Note soundtrack, just as she reads the Bible word for word.
In the beginning, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Look,
Coming soon to the Issue Crew channel if I can convince Kathy to do it.
were you a Catholic school kid or private school kid?
Those are the same thing.
No. Those are not. Did I say private? I meant public.
Yes.
Were you a
said,
private school kid or a public school kid?
I was a public school kid for almost my entire life. The exception being the first preschool I went to was a Catholic preschool. I got kicked out of that preschool. And I went to a charter school during middle school and my first 2 years of high school. Which basically what that is it's a public school, but it has limited space for students, and there's a lottery involved as to who gets in. And that school was also like particularly religiously charged. So I kind of got the best of both worlds.
Okay. So I was private school from K through 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Private school kind of sucks. A little
Yeah,
bit.
I want to hear all about this. This is the next hour of content. Please tell me what your entire life in fucking private school was like. I'm like a girl who's on the phone with her bestie, like laying on the bed. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to hear all about the
Your
gossip
legs
here.
up in the air, swinging back and forth.
Exactly. Yes. I gotta
Alright,
hear it.
so the grade school was just a small little grade school right down the road. Like not like maybe a 3 minute drive from my house, like right around the corner, right?
Yes.
So what I remember, it was a great school. I had fun. Like it wasn't like terrible. The classes, each grade was like with your public schools. How many kids were in a single grade?
Uh a lot.
Well, no, like put a number on it.
Hundreds, I think.
So like
I don't
with a plural, hundreds.
maybe 100, but definitely triple digits. It's like I don't have anywhere close to a real quantification, but I'm fairly sure it was at least triple digits per grade.
Okay, so there were at most like
My public high school that I went to for the last 2 years had like over 1,000 kids.
Jesus. Okay, so the classes were split into class A, so like 1A, 2A, 3A, 2A. So it was like
That
A
might be
and
impossible what
B.
I'm describing. I don't know.
So we had two classes. Let's say like KA and KB, right? There was class A and class B. Each class had at most 30 kids. So at most in each grade there were only 60 kids in every single grade.
Yeah.
So very close-knit small group of people. So
Yeah, that's a similar experience to what I had in the charter school. Like I said, it was a lottery system getting in, so there was a limited number of kids.
what's
Um,
the hold on.
I
If
don't
you
know the number. Don't ask me for the fucking number. But it was a small amount of kids between grades. By the time I was gone, it was grades 6 through 12. But the bit was the senior and the junior kids were in a different building part of the time. They were dual enrolled was the thing with the junior and seniors were, and there weren't too many of them. So basically, in the building, most of the time it was grades 6 through 10. Which came with the added bonus of I never had to go through that part in high school where you're bottom of the totem pole. Because when I was a freshman, there were sixth graders running around, so that was a bonus. I never had to be low man on the totem pole in high school.
hold on. I might be admitting to some slightly illegal things.
Uh-oh.
So,
Like already you said them or you haven't said them yet?
oh, I'm good. I'm good. Statute of limitations for felonies and misdemeanors. 6 years for felonies, 2 years for misdemeanors, and 6 months for minor misdemeanors. I'm good. I'm fine. This happened in second grade. So I
Okay.
was a piece of shit, right? I
Alex
was
is about to admit to a crime live on the show. Here we go.
this happened in second grade, so that was over 10 years ago. That was like 15. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds. It's definitely not 6, so I'm fine. I just want to make sure it's not like, yeah, the statute of limitations is like 30 years. You admit to something on air? Oh, we'll come and get you, buddy.
I also don't think they would prosecute you as an adult for something you did in second grade.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. I stole like $50 worth of shit, right? Not a
Yeah,
lot.
okay.
I just want to make sure that I'm covering my ass so I don't get in trouble. It's already been dealt with. Fine.
The only time I've
Everybody.
stolen from school is accidentally books.
So we. So if you were, we had like this little lottery back in second, right?
Yeah.
Um, little Colo Chew is chilling in second grade.
Max
I'd
and
leave
relax and all
recess,
cool.
huh?
I said you were max and relax and all cool.
Yeah, I would leave recess early, go to the bathroom, and then I would go back into the classroom like 5 minutes early,
And a
and we had
couple of
this little
guys who were up to no good.
we had this little prize bin for like different lottery systems or whatever. I forget what exactly they were fucking for. But anyway, I would steal little things like that. I would steal shit from that, and then mom found out, and she's like, "Where'd you get this?" I was like, "Oh, I won the little prize pool thing." And she's like, "Well, you just won last week." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a good kid. I win it every week." And she's like, so she gets suspicious and calls the teacher. The teacher gets mad at me and says that I never won shit. And
Oh no.
So mom makes me publicly apologize, and it sticks me with no recess for the rest of the year.
Oh
I'm stuck
shit.
making copies and basically doing office bitch work for the rest of the year for months. Doing
Wait, they
office
like
bitch
child slaved you to do copies?
Yeah, I was doing like office work, like making copies and sorting papers and shit for the rest of the
Are
year.
there not? Could you? Is there a child labor lawsuit here?
No. No, there's not, because it was under the laws of punishment and it's a private institution.
That's fair.
You know, the separation of church and state? Yeah, that's a
Oh
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't anything grueling. Like, it didn't, like, I'm pretty sure. Well, like, mom and dad were cool with it.
Listen,
They're like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna say if you
come to
can
work.
if you can milk money out of a Catholic establishment in any way, please do it. But in this case, I don't think you could.
No, I wasn't getting paid at all. This was literal bitch work, like making copies and sorting papers. That's it. And it was all during recess time, so I got no recess for the rest of the year for doing this shit.
I feel like there were missed dollar signs here. I feel like if your parents knew about this,
My
and
parents were probably getting kickbacks for the amount of work I was doing.
yeah, maybe they were being paid. Maybe that's the bit. But I would
Like,
say,
oh,
but
your
if this was
kid.
happening and they knew about it, I feel like they probably could have a decent child labor case.
Anyway, I'm not gonna sue the grade school
If
for
we could
child
go
labor.
back in time and sue your grade school, so you would be rich now, and we'd have a podcast studio.
Dude, look, if you come up here, I will rent a studio. All right, both of our we could make it work. I would love a studio. We'll go get a 3-bedroom apartment. The 3rd bedroom will be the studio.
Hey yo, you might be onto something.
Look, it's fine. If you come up here, the winters get cold.
What's
The
the
winters
rent
do
looking
get
like in
cold, buddy.
Ohio?
Huh?
What's the rent looking like in Ohio?
$777 for a 1-bedroom. So for
what, just
3
times that
bedroom,
by
it's probably going to be
3
around you. For 3 bedroom, you and I will be paying at most $1,000 each.
per month?
Yes, sir.
That's like $400 more a month than I pay right now.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You're also going to have to take a massive road trip to take anything that you own up here too. Anyway, we're getting off the
What
point.
if we get a 2-bedroom apartment and we set up podcast equipment in the living room?
I don't care. 2 bedrooms are like 1,400, so like 700 a month.
I could probably make that happen. There exist establishments similar to the one I work at near you, I believe. So
It just takes some looking, yeah. Anyway, I digress. So kindergarten and 1st grade were great. 2nd grade, I was a devious little kid. Mom and dad decided I wasn't paying attention in school. I wasn't doing well. So they started shoving ADHD medication down my fucking throat. And every day for the next 20 years, I was on 20? 15. I don't know.
20?
Every day from 2nd grade through the 1st year of college, I was on these meds. All right?
That would be
You're getting a little autobiography
11.
of my schoolwork.
That would be
of my
11
school
years
life.
between 2nd grade and the 1st year of college.
So for just over a decade. So, 3rd grade rolls around. We get a new kid. He's annoying as shit. To this day, I don't understand why he had friends. I don't understand why I didn't have friends. Maybe I'm an antisocial piece of shit that didn't hang out with people outside of school. Maybe this kid was just annoying as shit. But anyway, one day this kid's bullying the fuck out of me, right?
Sure.
Yeah, he's making fun of me, he's bullying me, he said some shit. Now this is 25-year-old me telling a story about 3rd grade me, so it's a little exaggerated. But this kid deserved it. I punched the shit out of this dude.
Hell yeah.
This dude was talking shit to me, and I was getting so mad, I just punched the shit out of him.
Alex, absolutely punched the shit out of that 8-year-old. She beat the fuck out of that 8-year-old.
It was a single punch, too, and it wasn't like a good one, because I'm a weak little fucking 8-year-old, right? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I've never thrown a punch in my life.
I can't use that part for the out of context clip.
What?
You see, the reason I kept emphasizing Alex beat the shit out of that 8-year-old is because that sentence does not contain the context that you are also 8. So I could thus, out of context, imply that you beat the shit out of that 8-year-old.
Blackmail me later. Look. This kid deserved it. All I had to do. So you know how for stealing, I had to go put like months worth of office work in every time we went to recess, right?
Yep.
For punching another student, I got a slap on the wrist and an apology, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a kid. What are they gonna do?
Put me back in the fucking office! They didn't even do that!
Oh, put you in the office. Okay, yeah. Well, hey.
Aggravated assault is much worse than petty theft. Alright?
But the difference is you have to think about it from the greedy school's perspective, whereas one of them costs them $50, the other one costs them $0. So they care about one more than the other. That copying was you working off the $50 you cost them.
Anyway, so now I would like to say the worst part about private school, because this is what you were looking for, was the private school aspect.
Yes, give me the private school stuff, the juicy private.
We had to go from K through.
Am I not the only one smoking the sticky icky tonight? You're coughing pretty bad.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm fine. I did find a bowl outside. So we found Val and I found a bowl right outside, and we've been driving over the grass a little bit in this rental property because we can't fit all 3 cars in the driveway unless we go in the grass a little bit. So after 2 years of doing that, the grass has finally eroded enough. The dirt has eroded enough to reveal something shiny, right? So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I don't know what's in this grass. It looks like oil spill or glass or something. I don't know what it is. So I tap it and it's glass, and I'm like, ooh, okay. So now my brain is intrigued.
Is it a glass slipper? Am I Cinderella?
I tell Val, I go, what the fuck is this? And I grab my little car ice scraper thing from the trunk, and we're digging at the dirt. We're trying to get this thing out. This thing is stuck in there real good. We pull it out, we go wash it off, and it's a bowl. And it's so cool. It's a tiny little bowl too.
That's really funny.
I figured you would. That's another thing that happened in Alex's life today.
Have I ever told you about the pillow weed?
The pillow weed. What's the pillow weed?
I'm sorry.
Is that the pillow weed?
No, that's the really shitty vape pen I bought weed. But the pillow weed is so. This is a story of a stoner's desperation. Okay, so it is a common occurrence. Me and my mother will occasionally get into really long conversations just out of nowhere, and I enjoy them, but they also are usually very inconveniently timed. But that's not what this story is about. I just established the lore here. So this is one of those times. I'm in my room. I'm in my mother's room. We're having a conversation, and I do what I usually do, which is I have a phobia of breaking beds. So even though her bed could probably realistically withstand both of our weights with how it's set up, I'm just terrified to be on it. So I will kneel down next to the bed. Usually will be my move. So I'm sitting there. I'm kneeling. I'm talking, and I happen to grasp upon one of the pillows my mom's had. My mom's, my mom's, one of the pillows my mom has. And it's one of those like fuzzy pillows, you know what I mean? Like it's got that fuzz, the fuzz, and
like a decorative pillow.
Kinda. It was very fuzzy. Is the main point.
Okay. Okay.
And I was just playing with it, and I started to feel like little pieces in the fuzz, and I was just pulling them out. I thought they were dirt. I just started pulling them out, and as I kept going, like it just kept happening. Like there was so much, and I audibly complained. I was like, "Jesus, did you drop this pillow outside or something? What the fuck is going on?" And she was like, "Oh no, that was probably my weed. I think I rolled my pillow over my weed, and a bunch of it got stuck in there." So, and I flashed back to a conversation I had the previous evening with my platonic boyfriend, where he talked about all of the weird places he obtained weed, and all the like places he found like scraps of weed that he then put into a pipe and smoked, including just on the ground. Sometimes he has like a superpower to just sense like weed on the ground. He demonstrated it live. It was fucking insane. He found a joint my mother had dropped in our yard. He just found it. Like immediately after, he's like, "Yeah, sometimes I just like find weed on the ground. I kind of like have a knack for it." And then there it is. There's a joint that my mother dropped, like probably weeks prior. But anyway, so we had that conversation. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, I don't have any weed right now, but now I can have. So I picked that pillow clean. I pulled all the fucking fuzz out of the green as best I could, and I smoked that shit up.
Nice. The pillow weed.
That's the pillow weed.
How do I want to phrase that? You pay for the devil's lettuce, correct?
Yes, I'm not. I was a freeloader for a long time. I am no longer a freeloader.
I have been a freeloader for years. However, I do not actively give money for the fun weed, for the fun grass, all right?
Fun grass.
The fun grass. I don't give money for the fun grass. I am the one who will go over to a friend's house. I don't smoke anymore because it makes me nauseous even smelling. But when I used to,
oh, Alex, I don't think we could live together. Actually,
as long as you get good shit, it's fine.
Okay.
We'll be okay.
I literally only smoke fucking vape pens, so I think we'll be okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I've been known to hit like THC and Delta 8 all the time.
Is that legal in Ohio?
THC and Delta 8, yes, I believe so.
Yes.
I know
Okay,
Delta
cool.
8 is.
Good.
I have a Delta 8 and I believe I have a THC.
The Delta 8 THC is, or even Delta 8 is all I need. Like that's all I need. So yeah, Delta 8
I believe weed is not legal in Ohio. Sadly, not yet.
Yeah, I don't really smoke real weed all that often, if only because it's kind of inconvenient. Like the pipe I have is like the worst designed pipe in history because the bowl that contains the weed is not upward, it's sideways.
I mean, you can use the bowl that we found in the grass today.
Exactly. Yeah, save that puppy for me.
Anyway, so the deal is, I always feel bad. However, I will never give money. I refuse to make a transaction out of smoking. I'm trying to think of another euphemism for weed. I'm trying to be funny. Wacky tobacco. I don't make money transactions with those. However, I'll use this as an example. The last time I got high with a couple friends, I had been doing it for a while, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
probably 6 or 7 times I've went over and smoked weed and not paid shit. On like the 7th or 8th
They
time I
call
went
you
over.
out?
No, they didn't call me out. I offered to buy everybody DoorDash. I DoorDashed everybody food, and they're like, "Oh, can we pay you?" I'm like, and I feel like a humanitarian, like a philanthropist. I'm like, no. I feel
Like
like I'm sitting on my
Johnny
throne.
Big Bucks over here,
I
just
feel like I'm
spreading his
sitting
wealth.
on my throne, like I'm giving money to poor people in charity. I go, no, it's on me.
Queen Alex over here will take care of you. It's
But
okay.
like, that's usually what I do is I'll buy the food or I'll bring something over and then we go smoke some weed. So
I had like I've told many stories about this. Like my one night of debauchery would be probably the most appropriate name for it. When I went to a work friend's house, and a couple of us other work friends, and like one of their brothers was there, and we just like smoked weed and drank and did acid.
fuck yeah.
And did whippets, which is probably the worst part. I've heard they're the worst for you, but that's only on repeat usage. I only did it that one night. It was fun though. It's like your brain is flying. But yeah, that was fun, and I did not pay a dime for that. And they definitely, I don't think they expected me to that time, but they definitely made it clear that were it to happen a second time, a financial contribution would be necessary.
That does make sense, yeah.
That was fun. The friend had a dog, and that dog was cool.
Oh,
He
dude,
kept
dogs
he
are
kept kicking
fucking
her out
cool,
of the
though.
room though. It was sad. I was like, no, let her stay.
Very
The room
sad.
was crowded, so I understand. But like, I was like, no, doggo.
Yeah, but dogs are cool. Dogs are.
Dogs are epic. I love dogs.
But anyway, we're gonna get back on topic a little bit because I have a year's worth of
Good old
silly,
private school stories.
good old private school bullshit going on. We got playing in the snow band. My class did
Oh,
because we started throwing snowballs at cars.
you little bastards.
So recess for the rest of the year was inside during snow months. We were throwing snowballs at the brick walls and stuff, and I guess it got out of hand, and a small child got hit, and apparently there was ice in it,
Oh
and cut their
no.
face.
Oh
It's fine.
no.
It's fine. It's okay. They're not dead. It's all right.
I thought you were about to literally tell me that like one of your classmates killed a child by accident.
No murder, no manslaughter. Just
Yeah, if you
harmless
had that
little
story, if
kid
you had
bullshit.
that story in your pocket for 41 episodes and also like 70 other episodes of old shows we were on, and this was the first time I'd heard it, I would have been very upset.
No, let's see. So there was no more playing in snow. If you played in snow, you were brought inside. But the private school aspect of this school was we had church, mass, every single Wednesday.
Ooh, Wednesday Mass.
It was either Wednesday or Friday. I cannot remember. It was one of the two, but it was every week. I think it was every Wednesday, right? So every week from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Folks, that means while you listen to the Detour Ahead podcast, there are children out there going to Alex's old school, attending Mass.
It's
the same
an
day.
atrocity. It's an atrocity, and we need to stop it.
Instead of Mass, we need Detour. We need to make these kids listen to Detour Ahead instead of going to Mass.
No. That's gonna put us on a registry somewhere.
It would be like a censored version. It would bleep all the swears and cut out all the sex talk. We'd be fine.
Anyway, so every Wednesday we had an hour mass, right? Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a Catholic school, you go to a Catholic mass every week.
True.
What made this worse was fucking mom and dad made me go to mass on Saturday. That same week. I did mass twice a fucking week. Every single week.
Was that just because they didn't want to hire
9
somebody to
years.
babysit you?
No, they went with me because that was their once a week. And I had to go.
Because they couldn't leave you alone.
Even in 8th grade, you can leave me alone. I'm a cool 13-year-old. 13?
Oh yeah, I was being left alone by the time I was 10, so.
Yeah. I was riding my bike. I was going and doing kid shit back then. I was doing my own thing. I'm about to go to fucking high school. You can leave me alone. Anyway.
There was definitely I was not going to mass twice, thankfully.
Fuck
But
mass.
there was a point in my life where I did go to church with my grandmother every Sunday, and that was like required of me. And at some point I got old enough where I was like, listen, Grandma, I don't care about church. I don't think I said that outright, but I said something akin to I don't care about church. I'm definitely old enough to stay at your house alone for an hour. Just go to church, and I will stay here, and everything will be okay. And that eventually became the understanding.
So there was never an understanding with my parents. Flash forward to I can drive myself, right?
Yeah.
My sister, shout out to her, by the way, because I'm definitely sending her this podcast once it comes out on Wednesday, because she's gonna love this fucking episode. Her and I
have a dark topic. Remind me to go back to it, but say your thing first.
Okay, her and I were sent to mass every week. Now we're both in high school at the time. This is my junior year of high school.
Yep.
Still in private school. However, I'm not going to mass every week. We have one mandatory mass a month. So it's gotten better in high school.
Okay.
Now, my sister and I will hop in the car, we'll get ready for mass, and then we'll drive to mass, and we'll sit in the car until we see people coming out of mass. And then once half the parking lot is gone, I start the car up and we drive home. We went and sat in the church parking lot for an hour, for weeks, months.
Were your parents tracking you?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the era of the early smartphone helicopter parents.
So you had you were being located via GPS. You had to just go sit in the church parking lot for an hour.
Yeah. Go sit in the church parking lot, sit on TikTok, do whatever the fuck we wanted. Vine, I think Vine was a thing.
I was about to say, I don't think TikTok existed when you were in high school.
I was on iFunny back then, so.
Oh, what a place.
Yeah, I know, it's such a piece of shit now, because I'm on TikTok, but it's fine.
You can watch people die on iFunny.
I know, I get taken down within the hour, but there's a good buffer zone of where you just hope you find something like that. But yeah, so we did some stupid shenanigans like that. We got caught one time, and Mom pulls up in her van and she starts screaming at us, and we're like, we just left. We're leaving. We're done. We left after communion. And thankfully people were already leaving by this time, right? Because after communion a lot of people leave.
You devious licked your way out of that?
Yes. To this day,
God.
To this day, she still thinks we didn't go to mass. But after that day, we never went again. I have not been to mass in years. I have avoided it all by purposefully working on Sundays and choosing not to go and being fat as shit so none of my nice clothes fit. I am devious and I hate mass, and I will never go again until my life falls apart and I need Jesus. Alright?
If you have a Christian resurrection arc, I will be so...
I'm gonna be a born-again Christian.
Oh my god. But
do you feel my fucking rage on this topic?
Because your rage has gotten so bad. You gotta stop yelling so loud. You keep yelling so loud that your mic will stop picking up part of it.
I get it. It's because of Discord. I'm sorry. God damn it. I fucking hate mass. It's terrible. I feel like the priest is condescending and staring at me saying you need to be a better person because I don't like you.
I kind of
know what you do every day. And it's so bad. I don't like it.
Well, the reason I had fun at Mass is because they sing at Mass, and I've always been a little singy kid, so I would sing along with the church songs.
I got burnt out. Fucking
I definitely
2
got burnt
masses
out
a
too,
year.
but it was
2
more
masses
like
a week. Okay, so I want to do the math for you real quick. I'm gonna do the math for you real quick. All right.
sure.
So from K through 8, pull up a calculator real quick. So there's 52 weeks in a year. Double that. Hold on.
Well, I
let's go
imagine
with
these summer weeks, the number decreased to 1.
let's go with 40.
Okay.
All right. Just during the school year. There's 40 weeks in the school year. Times 2.
That's 80 times 8.
Hold on. You're fucking with my math here. Hold on. All right. So there's 2-hour masses a week, right? 2 to 2.
Yep.
So that's 80 masses every year.
Sure.
Every school year, right?
Yep.
2 masses a week, 40 weeks in the school year. 80 masses, right?
Yep.
80 times, what would that be? 9 for the years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 720 hours of my childhood was spent in a church.
And that's not even counting summer mass, so that's you throw in some more hours there.
So it's probably closer to 900 because there's 12 weeks of mass. Look, thousands of hours of mass, church, scripture reading, and being terrible and not having fun. And just dicking around, going and sitting in the bathroom the entire time and saying my stomach hurts. It is terrible and I hate it.
I definitely
hate it with a fucking burning passion. And I hope I never have to go and step foot in a church again. It is terrible. It is terrible. I have to get this out because this has been boiling for years.
Near the end of my church tenure, it's definitely the time where I discovered, oh, wait a minute. I can sit in the bathroom for like 15 minutes of this hour mass and eliminate a lot of the gruff. So that's what I did. Probably the last year that we went to mass, I would always spend a long time in the bathroom. And I think that was probably what trained my grandmother to be ready for, okay, eventually he's just going to tell me he's not going to go to church and I need to just like let that happen. And that's what happens.
So like I am Christian. I believe in God.
Okay.
Jesus is a little questionable, but I believe in the capital G.
You're Jewish? Then?
No, I'm not Jewish.
We need to do instead of Christmas specials on the show, we need to do Hanukkah specials.
Dude, we'll do. You want to do year-round specials? Every holiday, every day, all day, every day, all holidays.
Of course, holiday specials are the best.
Anyway, I have not been to church in since 2019.
Sure.
Does it line up with podcasts? Yes, it eerily does. When I moved out, I never went to mass again. I conveniently worked on Sundays. Huh?
Just like we have to do for those kids. You replace mass with podcasts.
I will never go again. That is my gripe about mass. I believe my sister, who is 100% going to listen to this episode because it's great. It's terrible. I hate it. It feels so condescending. God, I am fuming. I'm sweating about this right now. It's terrible. I hate it.
Sweating.
Absolutely sweating about the idea of getting dressed up for an imaginary wizard in the sky.
This really makes you a rage, doesn't it?
It does make me a rage because it's a waste of my fucking life. If I want to go and meet Jesus, I can read a book. I can go read the little Bible. It's fine.
The little Bible.
The little Bible. I can read it.
It's I just read that little Bible.
I've heard everything. It's so condescending. I don't need a fucking little man who doesn't have sex and doesn't do anything with his life telling me how to live mine.
So true.
I hate this. I hate this so much. It's terrible. It's a waste of time. You're gonna be very upset with me for my views on mass, but it's terrible and I hate it.
It's really funny. It's really fun. The weird dichotomy is you believe in God and you absolutely despise your time at mass.
I despise my time in mass.
Let me finish my point. You've already said this a million times. Let me finish my point. So you believe in God, you hated mass. I don't believe in God, and I value the time I spent going to mass. It got boring near the end, but like I got a lot of good singing in, and that was good. And like we met a lot of cool people at the church. Like I actually value the time I spent going to mass when I was young, even though I don't believe in God now. So that's kind of funny that I have a positive outlook on mass, and I no longer believe in the scripture. And you have a negative outlook on mass and still believe in the scripture. That's kind of funny.
Don't put words in my mouth here. The Bible is a condescending book for people who don't know where they're going in life. I have not once, in the past 4 years, turned to Jesus and said, "Man, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Can you help me out a little bit?"
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Can you help me
I know
out?
I've said this before, but I'm going to elaborate a little more. The Catholic Church is one big money-grubbing scam where Mr. High and Mighty Pope all the way over in Italy sits on his throne of gold and talks down to everybody and says, "Y'all are fucking up, you need to do better. You need to talk to Jesus. You need to tell me your sins so I can forgive them." It's a scam.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I like did confession and shit when I was really young.
I did too, and I thought it worked. Until, like, all of a sudden, I'm going because the school is telling me, and I'm like, alright, fine. So I go, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't really know what's a sin at this point. Can you help me out? And he's like, well, the priest, I love him. He's great. He was one of my role models growing up as a kid. Him and I used to be an altar boy. I would go to mass because it was fun, and it made mass fun. Because
I was almost an altar boy,
brain,
but I was scared to handle the candles.
My ADHD brain cannot handle an hour of sitting and listening to someone tell me how to live my life. However, to distract myself from what mass is all about was becoming an altar boy. And becoming an altar boy meant I'm going to be doing something for this hour of my life. I'm going to be ringing bells. I'm going to be holding books. I'm going to be giving out communion and helping shit out. I'm going to be helping. I went in 7th and 8th grade, you were able to go do funerals and weddings. They would pull you out of class, and you could go do weddings and funerals. Be an altar boy for those. And the priest would pay you to do it.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty sick.
I made at least $100 doing that shit over the course of 2 years, which is fucking fantastic. It was like $10 or $20 every time you do it for a little hour of your day. And you got pulled out of school to do so, which was fucking great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick.
Now, I've raged enough. I've raged enough to the point where I'm eating my little Pride Pack Skittles.
Ha! Just trying to cool down. Trying to tone it down a little bit with some Skittles.
Trying to tone it down with my colorless Skittles, alright?
They sucked the rainbow out of them for Pride Month?
Their slogan is, we're giving up our rainbows so that LGBTQ plus artists can share theirs.
Okay. Yep. That's cool.
So all the Skittles are gray and just boring and bland, and I love it.
Do they still taste the same?
Yeah, they have different flavors. They just took the dye. So it's like mystery Skittles, and it's great, and I love it.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that.
You never know what you're gonna get. So that's my view on private school. Private school is terrible. They're there were some still good things. We had a big bullying problem in 5th grade. Like, real big bullying problem.
I don't think God would like that
left.
very much.
Half the kids went to public school, which dropped our kid count from, I want to say 50 to about 26. And then in 6th grade, the bullying got worse, which caused more kids to leave and go to public school. And in 7th grade, we were the only class of 18 kids.
Yeah, it's not a lot of kids.
And then we gained one back in 8th grade because they wanted to graduate, because they wanted to go to private high school. So they wanted to graduate from a private grade school to make it look better.
Yeah.
And then the goddamn uniforms. Holy shit.
Yeah, I had a uniform in that middle high school I went to. Well,
it was terrible.
I didn't actually have, like, there wasn't a real school uniform. I don't know if yours was a real school uniform. It was just like, I had to wear either a red or navy blue polo shirt and khaki pants or khaki shorts.
Or black pants for me. That was it.
Okay.
However, so in 8th grade, me and a few kids were getting a leg up on high school. We would go to the high school. We would go to the high school that we wanted to, the one that I graduated from. We would go there at like 6 in the fucking morning and do this little algebra 2 class, or like algebra 1 or something like that, just to get some like high school credits so we could get a leg up and be in a higher math class come high school, right?
Yep.
Well, for that, we all had to wear the high school uniform. Or we chose to. It was shirt and tie.
Oh, Lord.
Shirt and tie and khakis or dress pants. For 4 years. But in 8th grade, we did that. And the really cool thing that we did was when we were coming back to the grade school, after all that was done, the grade school wanted us to put our fucking polos on. And we went and all signed a petition saying, no, on the days we go here, we want to amend. We amended the dress code in grade school to allow for shirt and tie, which was the coolest thing in my mind at the time.
Sick as fuck. That's awesome.
We're like, we're doing something to advance our future. How are you going to tell us that we can't wear this?
That's like the plot of like a Nick Jr. sitcom, and I love it. Just the kids are banding together to get something done, and it teaches them a lesson about resolve. Sounds like a good experience you had there, Alex. You saved your shirts and ties. I
just saw Detour Ahead podcast chat. Studio audience, Penguinmage is here.
I've been trying to ignore that because nobody could actually see it, but I guess we can read it.
Penguin, would you like to talk about this a little bit?
I think she's working. I think we're a companion piece for her shift.
If that's fine. If you don't want to like chime in, we can give you a microphone.
Oh yeah, well, she's the Penguinmage in studio. We can give you a mic if you need one.
Feel free to chime in because I'm pretty sure this is going to go for a good minute. Oh! Is Penguinmage going to come in? Come on.
Unexpected guests?
Unexpected guests is my problem for this week. Actually, it's my solution.
Yeah, it's more of a solution in this case.
Look, so come high school was great. I stole so much shit from high school.
Some of the statutes might not be expired on that one.
Look, it's fine. I'm not going to say what I stole, but I didn't steal anything of value. Anything that was important. I was also doing community service and stupid shit like that. That's my other problem. Is this privy ass fucking all guys high school?
Ew.
All male high school, which is definitely added to me being who I am. I was also on the swim team as well, if you want if you want to factor that into my upbringing.
Oh yeah, you were a swimmer. I remember that. I remember that part of the Alex lore.
Now, every year, so for 4 years, every year, you had to do community service and report it as religion credit. It was credit towards your grade in your religion class.
Yeah.
Now, they gave you no direction on what community service is. We hosted like community meals for like homeless people and shit, like out of the cafeteria and shit. So you could go and help with that, which is mainly what I did because it was right after school. I didn't have to go do anything. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to go out of my way. I just show up and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you guys out tonight," and they're like, "All right, cool, thanks." And after everything's done, I clean it all up. I go to the head person. I'm like, "Hey, yo, bitch, you gonna sign this off? You gonna say that I did some work here today?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, here you go." So it's all right, fine.
You come in like all hostile, like you're robbing them of this signature. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Bitch,
I
you
just
better
need
give
this
me my
signature.
fucking signature.
I want my hours. I want my hours. Anyway, I don't remember what I did.
So my school, I had the uniforms for middle and first 2 years of high school, and God, how freeing it was to go back to fully public high school where there was absolutely no dress code beyond wear clothes. And I got to wear t-shirts and basketball shorts again because that's all I wear when given the option. Unless like I'm forced to dress formally for an occasion. If I'm not going to work, because work does have a dress code. If I'm not going to work, anywhere else I go, t-shirt, basketball shorts. That's all I wear. So being able to be in school like that again was so freeing. I was so happy.
Now, here comes the
Penguin says, "Oh no, I'm Riely." She's got the basketball shorts and the t-shirts too. It's a good life. It's a good life to live.
here comes the sneaky colo in high school again. So I was on the swim team, right? And the swim team got these cool ass fucking rain jackets. I still have them to this day because they're dope and they look nice. Now,
Yeah.
if you zip it up just enough, you could get away with wearing no tie or a button-down shirt all day.
Oh.
Because we were able to wear those during the day because it was sporting your team. They were a jacket. And we were allowed to wear jackets. Now, I got caught a couple times. It gave me demerits. They gave me detention and shit. And I was like, all right. And they're like, if you do this again, we're gonna have a problem. All right. So now
we have some real fucking problems. You start messing with me again.
Here is the sneakiest shit that I did in high school that I am so very proud of.
Okay, this is gonna be good.
I would not wear a tie. I would wear the button-down shirt because I had to. Because I got caught a couple times with t-shirts and shit, and they were like, you can't be doing that shit. This is a private institution. We respect God, and when you wear t-shirts, you don't respect God in this household. So I wear the button-down. And I wear my jacket, I zip it up, so you can't tell that I have a tie on, right?
Sure.
I carry a tie in my pocket and anytime I got caught, because there were a few times,
shit.
They go, "We're doing tie checks. Unzip your jacket." So I unzip, and they're like, "Mr. Kiwo Chu, where are you? Where's your tie, Kiwo Chu, Kolo Chu?" And I'm like,
right here in my pocket, sir.
And I go, "You know what? That's my bad. I forgot it. It's right here in my pocket. I was down in the potty room. I didn't want to get it dirty. I was over in the pottery room, sir." And they're like, "All right, we'll put it back on." 4 days in a row, they caught me doing this shit. And they're like,
"Holy shit,
you
dude.
gotta stop doing this shit." And I'm like, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
You have to stop this.
I love how every time we have an absolute dog shit episode, the next one is fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, this is I was fully prepared for this to be a stinker, but this has been pretty good.
You got me on the Catholic school rant.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
I'm sorry, I've been taking this whole thing up. I'm pretty much done with my rant at
I
this
forgot what I was gonna say because you circumvented me. God fucking damn it. Shit. What was I gonna say? Oh no. Okay, this is something else. This is not what I was gonna say. I've forgotten what I was about to say. But the dark topic I brought up earlier, that I told you to remind me about, you didn't. Circumvent was a big word for Riely. Shut the fuck up, Penguinmage.
What did you use before? Pedantic?
I did say pedantic earlier, yes.
What is pedantic? Do you want to explain that to the class? I want to see if you know what pedantic means.
Moving on. I actually have been reading.
He has been reading. It's not a fanfic. It is, what is it? Fiction? Satire fiction?
It's not fiction. It's just a satirical book. It's a non-fiction book. They didn't make it up. It's not a story being told.
It's satirical non-fiction. All right.
Yes.
I bought him a book, Penguin. I bought him a book.
Alex bought me a book, and
I bought him a book.
I was so inspired by
the
part
way,
that I don't know.
My own book.
Have I told you about the expansion on books yet?
The expansion?
So you bought me this book. You bought me Men Are Better Than Women by Dick Masterson.
Yes.
The book.
A copy of which is coming to my house in a few days.
And that inspired me because long before this, I'm thinking like all of my friends are having these like awakenings where they're like, whoa, books. And they just start reading books. And I'm like, I think I need to start reading books. But I just hadn't really done anything. In fact, just a few like days prior to you giving me Men Are Better Than Women, I found some like random fucking court fiction book in like the food pantry at my work. And I grabbed it and I was like, I need to start reading. So maybe I'll read this stupid fucking court law fiction book. But really I didn't want to because I don't give a shit about that unless it's Saul Goodman. That's the only courtroom I want to see depicted in fiction is Saul Goodman's courtroom. And then just a couple days later is when you sent me Men Are Better Than Women. I was happy to read that. And now I'm like, okay, book time is happening. So I went online. I found a website called Thrift Books that sells discount books, and I bought 8 books for $40.
Oh yeah, you definitely did. You did tell me about that. Penguin, do you not believe that the baby is growing up? He's reading. However, he's reading a book called for you. Just in case you didn't know, he's reading a book called, excuse me, Men Are Better Than Women by Dick Masterson of the Biggest Problem in the Universe podcast.
Yeah,
that'll make me break my silence, but you can be wrong. But
Penguin, you have said, do you want to rage? Do you want to rage with me? You know I've been looking for an outlet to rage about something.
Looking for a
Riely
rage partner.
You've been raging this entire time.
We
need some of that penguin rage. We need penguin rage from Penguinmage. That's the new segment on the show. Welcome to the Forehead segment. Penguin rage from Penguinmage.
Penguin, what are your 2 cents on anything? You want to rage? You want to rage here a little bit?
No, I'm not feeling it tonight. I wasn't invited to the rage party, so...
I didn't know this was going to be a rage party! Val was supposed to come and rage about why Riely hasn't continued Demon Slayer. That was the secret!
Probably because it's bad.
Fuck, I forgot! I'll watch more Demon Slayer.
You shouldn't.
Look, I was going to
just watch Full Metal Alchemist instead.
I've seen both Full Metal Alchemist shows at least twice. Hold
on, Penguin. Now that you're here, Penguin, did you want to hear the voicemail we got?
Okay.
No, but don't play that again. Come on.
I'm gonna play it again for Penguin. It's like it's 10 seconds. All right, it's 10 seconds. It's not that big of a deal.
Not even funny.
Fine, I won't play it. It's fine. Whatever. It's funny, and I edited it great. Fuck
You edited it great. I don't like the performance that I was giving that you depicted through your editing is not a performance that I'm happy with. I don't think my performance in this case was that funny.
I think it was funny out of context.
Well, play the voicemail.
In the context of a voicemail, I think it would have been funny.
Play it. Maybe Penguinmage needs to judge. Play it.
All right.
So can I give context for it at least, because I feel like it's weird.
Sure.
So the context is Alex was on my live streamed podcast show, The Death Stream, and at some point, as like a bit, we were talking about Peg and Colo are bored and how Alex killed it. And as a joke, we started to refer to Pegasus the Gamer as a separate entity from myself. And then eventually, as just like a dumb bit that I did off the cuff, I tried to like change my voice and do like, I guess, an impression of my younger self and be Pegasus the Gamer. And that is what this audio is from.
I took his audio out of context, edited it together, and created a pseudo voicemail for the
Yeah, it made it
podcast.
sound like I had fucking called the voicemail line and been Pegasus the Gamer.
So, are you ready, Penguin?
I think so.
Colo Chew, hi. What's this show called Detour Ahead that I'm hearing so much about? Colo Chew, I don't like you. Because you killed our podcast.
And that's it.
Your voice was higher as a kid.
I know.
See, I knew it was funny. Thank you, Penguin. I've been learning how to edit. So I wanted to take that. I figured that was like the perfect opportunity to mock a voice.
Yeah, we gotta set up that real voicemail line though. We gotta figure that out. But
we're gonna get so many wacky and crazy arm flailing tube men characters in here.
Characters, it'll be so good. We had a couple characters on Largest Issue. We got a couple voicemails for that show. We had Batman called into our show a couple times. Hitler called into our show once. So many interesting characters. Somebody just did like a really loud and like the most awful, annoying German accent you could possibly imagine. And we're just like, yeah, I'm Hitler and I love your podcast. It's so good. Uh-oh, Gingy texted me, yo. I wonder if he's live streaming and looking for somebody to talk to. That's exactly what's happening, I think.
Anyway. So yeah,
no,
put it into context, it's still good. I'm proud of what I did. I think it's a funny bit.
I think I'm just not satisfied with the impression I did. Like it sounds really bad.
It sounds bad because it's literally cut up and edited. It's edited together. If you go listen to the Death Stream, it's a great bit that you did. But everybody else on the Death Stream was making too much noise while you were doing it, so I didn't have much to work with.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because this was treated as a conversation. And I had to take the conversation aspect out of the Deathcast and put it into a one-sided call-in.
I'm glad that I brought back the Death Stream. That's definitely a project that I put on the back burner way longer than I intended to. The Death Stream has been a project that has been on my mind to do ever since I left, and like it you know that meme where it's like you're as beautiful as the day I lost you. That's me in the Death Stream.
I've been thinking just because I feel like that's a really good idea. I kind of want to do it for the Colochu channel.
But you're gonna start your own. You're gonna start the murder stream.
No, it's the Colocast.
Okay.
Either the Colocast or I'd have to think of a better name.
How does he know we're doing this? Gingy asked what we're talking about. How does he know? Does he still have Detour Ahead roll?
No, because I told him we're recording Detour Ahead right now.
Oh,
that's he's DMing me right now as well.
Do we need to let him in? Do we need to have the reunion of the original Peaches right now?
No, not yet. I don't want to bring too many people in. We've already been recording for over an hour.
I'm having fun though. Like we're having a good night here. I don't think the roller coaster has to stop just yet.
All right.
That's the quartet of internet content. The most powerful coalition you've ever seen is me, Alex, and Penguin, and sometimes Gingy is also there, but doesn't really contribute one way or the other. I hope he didn't join the call while I said that.
That's harsh.
He didn't. It's okay. I was mostly joking. You get it.
I've been around.
I think Gingy might like religion. I think he might like that God fellow.
I think he does.
Alex has asked for Gingy to come rage about religion with us, so let's see if he bites. I think maybe me and Gingy just work together for too long because I have a hard time maintaining a conversation without long awkward silences because we talked about video games every week for 4 years. So it's hard to drum up conversations that don't feel like already treaded ground.
I mean, to be fair though, you and I have been doing a relatively good job at just having random ass conversations on this.
Because you've always been good at that. However,
we're not here to suck our own dicks here, like last week.
Yeah, that was the self-congratulatory jerk-off session, was last week's episode.
What did you name it, by the way?
Self-congratulatory jerk-off session.
That's great. I love it. But we'll see if the Ginger would like to join us. I DM'd him and sent him a message. But
yeah, not to talk shit on the episode he might end up being on, but it's just I feel like it's I definitely have made a wealth of content with Gingy that I'm extremely proud of, and he contributed greatly to. However, I think we, in the modern day, have trouble making that happen. And I don't know, I make good stuff with everybody else, so I don't know who's the problem here, but...
Look,
Good's relative.
There he is. Hey, Gingy, we weren't talking bad about you.
If y'all were talking shit, let me join in on this. Fuck that asshole.
Yeah, fuck that Gingy guy.
Should I play the voicemail again?
No.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna play it. Three times isn't. 2 times is enough.
Yeah, it's the rule of threes. So I guess maybe by the laws of comedy.
What voicemail are you talking about?
He asked the question.
All right, yeah.
All right, Gingy.
Just play it. I'm not gonna give Gingy the I don't care if Gingy.
Okay, so Gingy, Riely did a live stream where he acted like Pegasus the gamer and raised his voice. I went and recorded it and cut out things to make it sound like Pegasus the gamer called into Detour Ahead as a voicemail. Okay? So here it is.
Colo Chew, hi. What's this show called Detour Ahead that I'm hearing so much about? Colo Chew, I don't like you. Because you killed our podcast. I knew Gingy would take a particular liking to the way I said Colo Chew, I don't like you. Because that turned into baby voice more so than 16-year-old voice for a second.
I mean, here I thought, Colo, honestly, that you were going to fucking play the chinchilla since you asked about it.
You sent it to me.
Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'll send it right now.
Don't.
Gingy going to play it on this podcast. Not yet. Not right now.
Not yet.
Damn it.
Not yet. Not now.
So y'all are bitching about religion?
I went on a what was it, 20-30 minutes rant about why mass is terrible and a waste of time.
Let me sum religion.
Gingy, are you a god man? That's what I was wondering. I don't quite remember your take on religion, but I feel like you might be a god man. Am I correct?
Spiritual in a sense, yes, but not in a traditional sense. But religion is just a daddy kink.
Yeah, the Sky Daddy fandom is what.
Hold on. Let me get some more detail on that. Right. So the whole phrase "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned."
Yeah, that's definitely
just translates to "I've been naughty, Daddy."
This is true. You make a good point.
Tell me I'm wrong.
This is what religion is. It's a weird kink. All those horny ass Christians out there, just really.
Anyway, so I went on like a 20 or 30-minute rant, legitimately like blowing my brains out over the fact that mass is condescending and I absolutely hate every minute of it my entire life.
How much church did you go to in your youth, Gingy?
Quite a bit, but not. There you go, Colo. Just for you, buddy.
Damn it. Fuck.
You know what? Because I'm in the
I don't like that Alex has this power now. I don't like that she has this in her hands.
Let me, because I'm in the interest of fairness. Penguin, would you also like the MP3?
God
All I
damn
want
it!
for Christmas is a chinchilla.
I shouldn't have gunned for you to be let in here.
Nothing would bring me greater joy right now.
Ah, no.
Let me upload it to fucking Spotify. See how many streams I can get of it.
Start making money off it.
Don't worry, Riley. I'll give you a
Bitch, I will
royalty.
take you to court. You better fucking pay me my due.
Yeah, but can you prove that's you on the audio?
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yes, because there's also video, and it's of me.
Is there video? Do you have the original?
I'll give you about
It's still on YouTube.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, I
couldn't
didn't even
take it down
that.
if I tried. I don't have the account.
Then so you therefore can't prove it was actually you. You don't have control
the
over
footage
the
is obviously me.
Is it?
We don't know that.
Do they have a mullet and a beard?
No, but my like facial structure has not changed at all. Like if you look at a picture of 3-year-old me, just slap a beard on him and make him fatter, and he's me now. Like nothing has changed essentially. Like my facial structure has remained exactly the same. Like I see people like their like the way their face like sits and like the way it looks changes as they age. That does not happen to me. You look at a picture of 3-year-old me, that's me. I had it from the very beginning. The visage has remained stagnant ever since. I think visage might be the word. Visage.
Are you sure pedantic isn't the word?
I guess I'm not.
Or circumvent?
I know what circumvent means. It means to go around. That I do know.
Can't
Then what
believe
does
you fucking
pedantic mean?
reading.
How are you going to use pedantic if you don't know what it means?
I know what pedantic is. Like it's one of those things.
That's
like
pedantic.
it's like the South Park thing about it's not a South Park thing. It's a joke from maybe it's Family Guy, maybe it's South Park. I think I heard it on Biggest Problem in the Universe, but it was definitely recounted from a cartoon of some sort. It's like the perfect shit, you know. You don't know what you're looking for, but when you see it, you know. I don't know how to explain what pedantic is, but when something's pedantic, I know.
So help me with a decision here. Pete.
Okay.
I've been trying to work up the motivation to stream again.
Aren't you streaming like a couple days ago?
No, it's been a minute.
Yeah, the passage of time is completely warped for me.
I thought I saw RaggingGingy went live a couple days ago.
No, I never did. No, between like life in general, working as a new security supervisor, that shit's been rough. So it's like mental health for the fucking win. But no, I've been having like a motivation issue for fucking streaming. I'm debating on starting Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Okay.
So it's like, would that be a good game to stream? Because I did just wrap up, or at least the last time I was streaming, I wrapped up Tears of the Kingdom, which 100% is worth it, by the way, listeners.
I mean, I think that like my bias is that you should play Pokemon because that's probably the only circumstance in which I would actually spend significant time watching a stream of anything from anyone. I really the only time I sit in for a long live stream usually is if it's a Pokemon. So if you want me in your chat often, you might want to play a Pokemon game.
Well, I mean, the one Pokemon game that I was tossing around doing for a stream would be Infinite Fusion.
That would be fun. That would be a good time to be had by all, I think.
Also, I'm also gonna say, Fuck Masterwork Research, dude, in Pokemon Go. I just got the one done for fucking Shiny Jirachi.
Did you know what you should do?
If you say anything among the lines of delete Pokemon Go.
No, it actually has nothing to do with Pokemon Go. I was gonna say it
what's up?
before you mentioned Pokemon Go, and then I just waited for you to finish your Go thing and then said it. You know what you should do, Gingy?
What's that, Riley?
You should send me the Peg and Gingy Go to the Movies files. Is what you should do.
I mean, I can. It's funny you bring that up because I was just going through, cleaning the laptop off, deleting shit that doesn't necessarily need to be there anymore.
Did you find what I think you found?
What do you think I found?
Did you find the footage of that Let's Play of that game? What's the game called?
Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy?
Yep, that's the one.
Yes, I did.
Holy shit, please send me those files.
I was just about to say, man, like if we can sit down and hash out like schedule dates, like fuck, I'd be down to stream that or to video capture that again and actually finish the game.
Yeah, I definitely want to. Well, I want to post the ones you recorded, and then I would definitely be down to continue. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll put them up in like a Google Drive or something for you.
Sick. I'll upload them to Hellscape. Finally, Hellscape can get some use again.
Now let me let's see what I got in the. Guess I got.
Or do I want to
three.
put them in the editing bay?
I have.
Are they free content for me for the next like month and a half because there's like
I
6
have
of
4
them.
episodes worth of the Sphinx gameplay, and I have 3 episodes of the very brief fucking Donkey Kong Country shit that we did.
Did we ever put that out? I think that came out on the Pixels channel. I think that's out.
I can't remember. I think we did it online.
Yeah, but I think those videos are out there, but maybe I'm wrong. I know the Sphinx ones aren't, which has always been a trap. I also feel like we recorded more than 4, so some of them might be lost media.
At this point, I would not be opposed to essentially restart it.
I mean, yes, but I definitely want to post those episodes because I remember them being really funny. Like it's one of my greatest regrets in my internet career is that those didn't come out.
Episode 3 apparently is labeled Gingy and Val fight. I don't remember what the fight was.
Hey, I know there was an episode where like I tried to convince Pup to prank call a mall. I think that's a thing I remember. I just remember it being a really good Let's Play.
That's fair.
And I was really satisfied with it, and then it never came out anywhere. Was Alex on for any of that? Like a bunch of people showed up. Like at some point, I think we had like 6 people in the call.
Honestly, I can't remember. Like I'm pretty shot. Like I'm going to say.
I don't remember if I was on any of that or not. I can't.
I don't think you were.
Because I remember it was me and Gingy to start, and then Val showed up, and then Odin showed up, and I think DJ showed up for the last one. And I think there was like one more person beyond that.
I can't remember, but I meant to ask, do you still go by Colo Chew, or would you prefer Alex now?
I prefer Alex because it sounds more professional, but I still Colo Chew is still it's a brand now.
Okay, all right. I will try to.
Colo Chew is the brand,
remember.
Alex is the woman.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I Colo Chew's fine. But
right, well,
Alex or
Colo
Chew.
That's her.
Okay.
Colo Chew is her YouTuber name. You get it. You know.
Yeah, you get it.
So I am gearing myself to say goodbye forever to my 20s.
Holy shit! You're turning 30.
Oh,
I'm turning the big 30 tomorrow.
Oh my god! Tomorrow? I
Tomorrow.
didn't know your birthday was coming up. Holy shit! Happy birthday!
Yep. Thank you.
Happy birthday!
I'm not okay.
Damn, you old.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't need you to point that out.
I just
Gingy.
turned drinking age this year. I'm in the prime of my youth, old man.
So let me say
you gotta
this,
put that to use, buddy.
I have been.
Let me put this to
Actually, real quick,
whenever I'm on
real
this.
quick, Jimmy, before I forget,
God
give me
damn it.
5 seconds. I'm sorry, but before I forget, I will say I have been using that, Alex,
4,
and
5.
fine. You go first, Gingy.
Because we have Alex in the chat, and my devil spawn is also named Alex. I'm just going to refer to him as Crotch Goblin. So Crotch Goblin has constantly been reminding me, Dad, you're old. Like, well, fuck off, you little shit. I mean, my body certainly has hit old man age because I creak and pop every time when I get up. Like, people even ask me if I'm okay.
So, Gingy, I turned 25 back in March, right?
Yeah.
Quarter, halfway through my life, whatever you want to call it. I hit 25 on my 25th birthday. I wake up, I get out of bed, and I stand up, and both my knees go, shh. They just fucking crackle like fucking snap, crackle, pop.
Welcome to 25. Hey,
and my knees gave me a birthday present that morning, and I was like, "Oh my god, my ankles and knees are killing me."
So, in other words, once you get older, it is recommended for your health not to play a game of head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, it's kind of rough on you if you do that.
Yeah, just
you might
old.
not survive.
True. I am old. And according to the Crotch Goblin, if you
Penguin,
ask
are you older than Alex?
No, Penguin's like 26.
Am I the oldest one in here?
How old are you, Alex?
25.
So she is older than you, which is what I asked.
I'm 17.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, my Crotch Goblin. If you ask him how old my missus is, 56.
True. So true, Alex. So true. I'm sorry, so true, Crotch Goblin, just for confusion's sake, to be avoiding of that.
Right, and I'm not.
I mean, I'm not confused. I'm able to follow this.
7-year-old correspondent.
Fuck.
7. Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Have you seen like a recent picture of him, Alex?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I mean,
right.
I think you showed me him on webcam like as recently as 6 months ago. So like I've seen him, but
I will send you a picture of the Crotch Goblin.
God, have we been doing this for this long?
Yeah, I
remember 2-year-old correspondent.
I've been podcasting for half a decade. Yes.
Just General Works or Detour Ahead podcast channel?
Detour Ahead is one I'm on.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. As soon as we do this, I pranked my mom, and it was fucking hilarious.
How'd you prank your mom?
I will tell that lovely story here in a moment. Let's see. All albums. I just need images, please. Come on. I have way too much shit saved on my phone. Thank you for that noise. This is the theme song now for Detour Ahead, right?
Spanish Flea.
I have been looking into an opener.
Dude, go talk to fucking Demigloom. Like she made 2 new intros for my shit.
I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed at how good the Pixels intro that Demigloom made was. Because at the same time she made that for you, that you paid her and she made that for you, she was also like musing on like making the Issue Crew theme song and what that should be. And she showed me that song and I was like, holy shit, this is the one. And she's like, no, I sold this one to Gingy. And I'm like, you did what? God damn it! It's really good.
Fuck yeah, it is. But yeah, if you look in the Detour Ahead channel, I just posted a picture of the Crotch Goblin.
Oh my god, he's getting big.
So old.
Oh god, that makes me feel old.
Dude, he caught that fish within the first 20 minutes of us getting there.
Nice. All right, okay. So I'm gonna I hate doing this because the conversation's going well. We're about to hit 2 hours. So I don't want this podcast to be like obnoxiously long.
Why not? We can have an obnoxiously long one every once in a while.
Would you like
I don't like having podcasts over like an hour and a half.
Would you like to end it on the funny note with the prank that I did to my mother dearest?
Sure, we can end with that.
Okay, all right. So as of late, like it's been popping up that the fucking Mormons show up, right? You know, like the two people in the suits or dresses, they walk house to house to talk about the word of Jesus Christ or whatever.
Yeah, we have those join us every Saturday because Val decided to open the door.
So they've been showing up quite a lot, and Mom tries everything she can to not be at the door. It is the funniest shit. So I downloaded Text Now, and I created a random local number, and I was pretending to be a Mormon that somehow got my mother's number. It was saying shit like, "Hey, just thinking of you. Have a blessed day from your Mormon friends." And I went on my mother's Instagram and just pull a random picture of her smiling, and then I would send that picture to my mother with this, this bullshit number account, right? Now, and I said something along the lines of that I can see the beauty of God in your smile or some shit like that. And
So
while
you
this was going
catfished your
down,
mom
I
as a
essentially, yes,
Mormon.
as a Mormon, yeah, we were eating at Applebee's when we were doing this, and discreetly, I was calling her multiple times through text now, and my mom was sitting there like, "What the fuck is going on? They went on my Instagram," and I was like,
That's
"Hey,
really
Mom, that was
funny.
me. That was
That's
me."
great. I love it.
That's it. That's prank my mommy.
All right. Well, I guess, yeah. Thank you for listening, folks. Alex, tell them where.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me as Colochu on YouTube, COLOCHU. That's about it. I'm also on
All right.
Twitter as Colochu. Just Google me at this point. I've pretty much locked down the internet on the name Colochu in terms of like Google searches. So
Fair enough. Gingy, do a plug.
You can find my Twitter at RaggingGingy. I do a show called Pixels, Polygons, and Fun. You can find that wherever podcasts are found. I do.
The old episodes are
I've
cool
had
because me and
streams.
Alex are on them. You should listen to those ones and not the new ones.
Speaking of which, we should probably. I would love to record an episode with just you two. But I
Yeah,
also
the original
stream.
Peaches. We got to do it.
I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/raging or PPAPGingy. I think it's PPAP. Either
Papaf.
PPAP,
Yeah, it's
PPAP,
Papaf Gingy. Yeah.
PPAPGingy. Yeah.
PPAF Gingy.
Yeah, I stream there occasionally. I am
It's really funny that you still have
starting-
that naming convention because I used to, like years ago, I was PPAF Pegasus, but I have long since not had that name on Twitch, and you've had PPAF Gingy the whole time.
I mean,
know,
my
I'm debating on
second YouTube channel used to be PPAF Colochu as well back in the day. The second YouTube channel that nobody knows about.
That is now
I
called
have-
Penguin and Colo are bored, I think.
No, it's called Colo 2 instead of Colo Chu.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a good one.
I started some research to hopefully within the next few months, I will have a prototype made of a card game that I designed for school a couple of years ago. I'm looking into getting it like physically printed.
Did you get a degree from that, by the way? I don't know if I
Yes,
ever
I did.
heard
I
the
finished.
resolution to that arc. Okay, sick.
Yeah, I have a associates in game design, but for a
Nice.
class, I designed a card game. So it's like it's a quick little party game. It's called The Fluffiest. Yes, it's a stupid name, but I think it's funny. But yeah, I'm looking into like physically getting it made.
That'd be cool to have a card game. A couple of creators I follow have their own little card game, so it's definitely like a thing. That'd be cool if you were an internet guy with a card game.
I would that is the goal. Although I do need to get like professional artwork done of all the cards for it. I think that's one of the big hurdles.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can also go on Fiverr and like pay someone to do it as well.
Yeah, into that, but yeah, that's all my channels. Stay tuned. If I do actually get something made out of The Fluffiest, I'll make sure to give you guys the channel link for that as well.
All right, sick. You can find me if you go to the description or the pinned tweet on my Twitter at Riely Tweets. You'll find my link tree. That's linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's where you can find all my podcasts and YouTubes and all sorts of projects. I would like to highlight in particular Big Guy, Little Guy, my Let's Play channel with my friend Andrew. We went on a bit of a hiatus. We were gone with Big Guy, Little Guy has had a history of hiatuses. We were on a pretty hot streak recently, but we've been on a hiatus for about like a month or so now. But we are back officially. We recorded a session today, and Andrew's playing the game for the first time because he got new equipment. He got a laptop, so he's actually able to like record, and he's going to edit the videos too, cut out all the bullshit that doesn't need to be there, and align the audio. So yeah, Big Guy, Little Guy is on a new era. The thing is, now that I don't have to put in effort, now that I don't have to play a video game in order for Big Guy, Little Guy to happen, I feel like it's going to happen a little bit more. Now that I can pawn all the work part of it off on Andrew. But yeah, subscribe to Big Guy, Little Guy. It's a good time.
But I mean, did you neglect to say that you can also find Riely singing on national TV in front of the giant ass Christmas tree in New York, singing "All I Want for Christmas Is a Chinchilla"?
I don't think I don't quite recall. There's some blotchy points in my childhood, maybe a little bit of trauma that has repressed some memories, but I don't think that happened.
That's okay. I'll hire someone. I'll give them footage of someone singing a song live on national television, superimpose your face on them, and just override the fucking audio with Chinchilla.
I would be distressed. I think I would have to commit seppuku at that point. I would be defeated. Dishonor would have been brought upon my family at that point.
And your cow?
And my cow. But yeah, folks, thank you for listening to the Detour Ahead podcast. I've been Riely.
I have been Alex.
I've been Gingy.
And that's been Penguinmage.
And that's been Penguinmage.
Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to Detour Ahead. My brain
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Penguinmage. What does he have to say it 3 times, like Beetlejuice to Summoner?
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Howdy,
And
y'all.
Beetlejuice.
If I mysteriously disappear, you guys just know Penguin did it.
Did he disconnect from this call and we never hear from him again?
Better call Alex. Better call Alex.
Goodbye.